I'm going to talk to you about one of my most highly anticipated phones of 2024 so far. Now, shockingly enough, this is not a foldable phone. If you've paid attention to this channel long enough, you know that I am a big fan of foldables. Having had devices such as the Z Fold 2, the Z Flip, the Z Flip 3, and the Microsoft Surface Duo and Duo 2, it might be a little shocking to find out that I have been waiting for a non-foldable to come out. Well, this phone has also been out for quite some time, and I've had it for about a month. Today, I want to give you my opinion of the OnePlus 12. First, I'm going to talk a little bit about the design and the build. Then we're going to go into performance. I'm going to talk about battery and charging. Then we're going to talk about the cameras. And then at the very end, I'm going to give you my final thoughts on whether or not I really like this device. Let's talk about the design. While the OnePlus 12 is just another in a long line of slab devices, there are some certain features about this phone that I do like. One of which is the sliding feature to make the phone go from silent to ring to vibrate. Now, I know that Apple users have had that for quite some time. This is a feature on the OnePlus that I really like because there are certain instances when I do actually need to hear the phone ring and not just feel it vibrate. And I can just, with a flick of a switch, change it up to that instead of opening the device, turning up the volume, and things of that nature. Now, I have taken off the stock screen protector and put a rubberized screen protector on it, which is why you can see that it is a huge fingerprint magnet. But I do like these screen protectors because they keep the face from getting all scratched up. On the back, we have the cameras, which we'll get into a little bit later. I do like this aesthetic a little bit, but it does make the phone a little wobbly if you put it on a desk, which, if I'm being honest, I rarely ever do. And when I do, it's in this really inexpensive Amazon case that I bought. I really like it. It's called Code, and I'll put a link in the description below for it, but it's just a small little case that keeps everything protected. Now, to talk about performance, we need to talk about specifications. The OnePlus 12 is using a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor with 16 gigs of RAM. Now, this is their flagship device, and the cool part about that is it's not flagship pricing. You've got a pristine 2K 120Hz Pro XDR display, which, from all the video watching and game playing that I've been doing, makes for a really smooth and nice user experience. You've got a 5400 milliamp hour battery, and I can tell you from experience that I have tried to run this device into the ground, and I can actually make this device work for over 26 hours straight on a charge, and that's with 200 plus apps running constantly, playing a couple of rounds of Call of Duty Mobile, and just using the phone for multi-factor authentication, phone calls, and other things like that. I have literally made this go, like I said, 26 hours in between charges. So for charging, you can charge wirelessly with a max speed of 50 watts and charge wired at a max speed of 80 watts. Now, I don't even have an 80 watt charger because I bought this used off of eBay, but I do have a very handy 65 watt charger, which I'll also link in the description for you. That is one of my go-to chargers to take with me wherever I go because it's 65 watts, it's portable, it's about this big, but it will charge your laptop, your cell phone, anything that'll take a USB-C charger, or you could use a USB-C to Apple charger as well. So continuing the conversation on performance, I have used this to play Call of Duty. That's my new test game. And playing Call of Duty Mobile on the OnePlus 12 has got me actually hooked on the game again. I have been playing 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 rounds a day, every day consistently for the past month. Again, never running the phone into the ground. I've never gotten a low battery notification in the 12 or 13 plus hours that it's off charge. And when I decide not to charge it for a while, I don't have to charge the phone until 10 or 11 o'clock the next morning. So I get tons of use out of this. So we've talked about build design, we've talked about performance, and we've kind of smushed charging and battery life into the performance as well. So the last thing I have to talk about today is the cameras. Now, with a 50 megapixel main sensor and 64 megapixel 3x digital zoom with a 48 megapixel ultra wide camera, this thing performs quite well. I do have some problems with it though. Using the zoom on it, which you may have seen in some of my YouTube shorts with the video of the ant bed crawling across the water. It's hard to zoom in even with the phone on a tripod, but I was able to get some really good moonshots the other night, literally just holding the phone in my hand and using the manual zoom features on the phone. As you can see from some of these shots, you can get some clear, if not slightly digitally enhanced photos. So overall, the camera is decent. It's not what you would be used to, in my opinion, from a Pixel device. But then again, that's what Pixels are known for. So my final thoughts. As of the time of filming, the price of the OnePlus 12 is $799.99. Now that's before you talk any trade-in value, and they have a trade-in any device in any condition and automatically get $100 off, or you can trade in more valuable devices to get an even bigger discount. This device, in my opinion, is comparable to a Samsung S24 Ultra, we'll say. Now, I've only played with that device in the local shops. I haven't purchased a device like that. But for, an $800 phone versus a $1,200 or $1,300 phone, this phone works very well. It's exceeded all of my expectations, and it's been my everyday phone for an entire month. So much so that I'm finding it hard to want to transition back to my Z Flip 3 or even to go after another flip phone. I miss my foldables, and I will probably have another foldable once I can kind of sneak it past my wife. But for the price, for the specifications, for the battery life, and for the cameras, the OnePlus 12 is a fantastic deal. Now, I picked mine up for a little bit less than what you can buy it for retail, but it wasn't much. It was like $100 off. And it was mostly because I accidentally bid on it one night really late, and then I was the only person that bid on it. So I have no regrets on it, and I think it's a fantastic device. Now, again, those are my thoughts. If you have any other opinions of the OnePlus 12, please leave them in the comments below. If you like the video, or if you have further questions, also leave me a comment down below. I do try to answer every one of them, and I greatly appreciate any feedback and input you guys have. As always, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video as much as I have making it. My name is Bryant. This is Reviews for Nerds. Have a great day.